Yodaled v'hine b'chol zeh v'ata mechayes kulam ksiv. Now with all of this, it's written that you enliven them all. The ha'aras or Eloki harei nimshach lahavos ulahachyos is kol hanivraim ma'ayin liyesh. That the light, that the glimmer of divine light, so it's drawn down to create and to enliven all of the creations from nothing to something. And like it's brought in Tanya, in the letters, in Simin 20, of Yuvachayohi de ha'ara de ha'ara de ha'ara hu b'chol hanivraim v'notrim v'nasim chulu, that a glimmer of a glimmer of a glimmer of the kav of Or Ein Sof is in all of the creations and the formations and the actions and so forth of B'ri Yetzirah Nasiyah, Shuhu ha'or v'ha'chayus Eloki shnimshach b'chol hanivraim, that this is the light and life and divine life force that's drawn down into all of the creations of Mamer, and like the statement of our sages, Hazanu Mefarnes, that he sustains and gives Mikarne Re'emim, from the horns of the Re'em of the giant oxen, Ad Beitzekinim, to the eggs of the lice. And the Rebbe says on the bottom, Hazanu Mefarnes Re'e Avodah Zarah, Gimel Beis, look in the Gemara there. The ha'or v'ha'chayos meir v'nimshach gam b'madregos hayoser tachnonim, that the light and the life force shines and is drawn even in the lowest levels, v'hayoser shvelim, and the most lowly levels of v'kamoshikas v'esak shamayim shamata, like it says in Tehillim, if I'll go up to the heavens, you're over there, v'atzia she'ol hineka, and if I go down to Sheol, here you are. That this is a great contemplation in the greatness of Havaya, that is drawn into the entire order of the great dative process of creation, from level to level, until the level of the lowest level of creation, the lowest creations. And it's in the ability of every person, of every single man, even the simplest, to know this, that he sees the greatness of Havaya, like it's brought in the Mamer Va'era, concerning how of Hashem's greatness, in the city of our Elokeinu. The greatness of Havaya from the many creations, that Ir Elokeinu refers to the letters, combinations of letters, and all the many different creations come from the many different combinations. So it's a concept of the quantity of the creations, and this you can contemplate about this, and you can see the greatness of Havaya in this Ir Elokeinu, in these many combinations. And this contemplation makes a great arousal in the soul, that we can see clearly with our senses. And all of this is because the light is infinite in its essence. So therefore it's infinite and it's spreading out. In the many levels and gradations until all the way below, truly, and so forth. And every place that he's drawn and spreads out, it's not an arousal or changed at all. The light itself does not get changed or aroused by or affected by its coming down or spreading out. Deinu kedimyon haneshama laguf, that it's not compared to the soul as it comes in the body. Taneshama hare mispa'eles mimikre aguf, that the soul is affected by what happens to the body. Aval ha'or heluki hamechayem mehave einu mispa'el ve'einu mishtane klal. But the divine light that enlivens and creates is not affected and does not change at all. And this, that you can have a change to the light through the enclothement. So this, that you can have a change in the light, it's through the enclothement, and that is that the enclothement affects some kind of change. It's only the kind of life force that's on the level of koach that you have orach chayus v'koach. So koach is the lowest level. So you have this life force that comes into the level of koach. V'yadua dechayus shu bebechinas koach u'ma'kelim debiyah. So we made the distinction before between the kelim of Atzilus, which are like the body, and the kelim of the lower worlds that are like the garments. So that when we talk about the light, the light from Hashem that can be affected, it's only the light that's in a way that's in a concept of koach, which is the concept of the vessels of Bria Tzira, the kelim debiyah harehem bebechinas mitzius, that the vessels of Bria Tzira are a concept of existence, not like in Atzilus where you garmoichat and like it's brought in that Tanya, that the beginning of existence, that's the vessels of Bria Tzira. Therefore, you can have a concept of change or affected arousal in them, in the life force that goes into the creation and is, so to speak, affected by it, and the changes in it. But in the light that enlivens, so in or chayus v'koach, so you have also the chayus, the light, it's mechaya, ein bo shum shinoi v'yispilus klal, does not have any change or affected arousal at all, l'fisha ino misarev, because it does not mix in. Even if it's in a pneumius, like it says, there's no holy like Havaya, that he's exalted above the effects of that which he's enlivening. The Isa B'Zohar, and it's brought in the Zohar, Kama Kadishin Inun V'leis Kadosh K'Havaya, that there's many concepts of holy, but the Kadosh of Havaya, there's no Kadosh like Havaya. That Kadosh is higher than them. And it says in the Zohar, the Rebbe says on the bottom, Isa B'Zohar, Chele Gimel Mem Dalad Aleph, Ure Lekutei Torah Shir HaShirim, Reish Dibur HaMaschil Tzeinu Re'ena Harishon. And back in the Mamer, the Kadosh Havaya, that the holiness of Havaya, Einu Kemu Kama Kedishin, the Seder Hishtalshlos, is not like the number of levels of holiness of the order of creation. The Kaddish and Shibiseder Hishtalshlos, Hushe Kadosh Umuvdal, Kedushasam, Hu Sheinam Baim Bislapshus, that the holiness, the levels of holiness in the order of creation is that their holiness is they're holy and separate. And their holiness is defined by the fact that they do not come in an enclosed way. But if these levels were to be enclosed, you would be able to grasp them. There would be a concept of grasping with tfisa, poel shinoi, and once you've grasped it, you can affect it and change it. Which is not the case with the holiness of Havaya, which is the concept of light, and not the kelim of bia, in the seder ishtalshlus, which is not in the likeness of the holiness, the holy levels of the order of gradative process of creation, and is the concept that it does not get enclosed within the things that are creating the things that he's creating. But when it does come in an enclosed state, it's not grasped. It's not grasped by it, because it doesn't mix in. And this is in the likeness of the light below that shines, but the light doesn't mix in with the darkness. Or in the likeness of a light that shines through a colored glass, and you have a glass that's red or green or white. That there are distinctions between these colors, and that it says on the bottom, so the path through a window that's red or green or white, this allegory of a light that goes through a window, it's brought in Pardes in chapter 4, in the fourth gate, concerning the Spheros, and this that he mentions specifically, red and green and white, we can say, because they're in the three lines, the three paths of the Spheros. Red being Gvura, and Yeruka being Tiferes, and Levana being Chesed. Zur Chelik Aleph, Ayin Aleph Beis, Lekuti Torah Shir Hashirim, Sof Dibur Maschil, Hinach Yafa. And back in the Mamer, Aval Ha'or, but the light itself that's going through these windows, Harehu Pashur Bilti Yeshbo Shum Mare Klal, it still remains the same light and doesn't have any color to it at all. Mimaros Chuchis, from the light of the glass that it's going through. Lefi Shurak Mashem Meir Al Yada, it's only that it's shining through the glass. Vegami Meir Al and even if it comes and shines through some form of enclothement, this Kadosh Havaya Mikol Makom Harei Ein Ha'or Nitfas, so the light itself is not grasped, even when it does come in and to be enclosed, because its quality is that it does not mix in. And so too you can understand the likeness of this, in the light and life and divine life force that enlivens, that does not get changed at all, and does not have any effect or change in it. That's because the light is without end in its essence. Therefore, also its spreading out is infinite. That it spreads out to all the levels until the very lowest levels, the very last levels, and the very lowest levels. This it's like the lowest creations completely. And any place that this light is drawn down to, it is not affected and is not changed, because it is in its simplest form, in its essence. Therefore it comes in many divisions of levels, without measure, without boundary at all. And this is the statement that the Ein Sof is all the way below, without end, without shuhu bispashtus ubegiloi, that it spreads out and is revealed ad gam b'madregos hayoser shvelim betachlis, all the way to the lowest and most humble levels completely.